I was in Germany at the time, but I heard it was good. But the rhythm, I don't think that people are aware of the rhythm changing, especially black folks. The rhythm has totally changed.
What do you mean by that?
Well, let me put it this way. 20 years ago, right? If you went with your parents and you was 10 years old, how old would you be now?
I would be 30.
Okay, and everything that what happened then do not happen now. Okay. The rhythm didn't change. One of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my life. It caught me by surprise because I went looking for something else. Was The War Room. Okay. Did you see it?
No, I did not see that. No,
man, it's the most incredible thing you ever see in your. And then you know the rhythms have changed. Okay. What was it? But it was number one. It opened on Thursday night out of Compton and made 5 times more money that night than it cost them to make it. The next week it was number one. The next week it was number one. The next week they was knocked out by a little movie nobody had ever heard of called Out of the War Room. Okay. These white boys wrote it, paid for it, directed it, and I go there because I said everybody was talking about how the church people was renting buses to go see it, right? So I said, there's got to be a trick, man. This is them jive racist, religious Christians that hate everything. And so I grabbed a friend and said, come on, let's run, because it wasn't playing. Hear me now. It wasn't playing in the major cities. It wasn't playing in D.C., huh?
Okay.
So I go over to look at it, and I leave there and I said, wow, man, 99.9% of the cast was black folks.
Wow.
Wait a minute. And all of them should be up for Academy Award. They have never acted in a movie in their life. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Two women walking down the street, and the dude come up and rob these 2 black men, and it's a white boy. What makes war is not the soldiers on the front line. It's the war room where they do the strategy, right? One black woman in the movie, that's her husband. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
The town, man, is an all-white town. Our son, Clyde, is the manager of the county, huh? Now, I say this to get back to what you said. The whole rhythm done changed, man. Did you hear me? The whole rhythm have changed. Okay? It's the most incredible thing out there, because I'm going thinking it's a trick, right? And it is incredible. I saw it 7 times the first week.
Wow.
I called everybody I knew. Because I've been trying to tell people the rhythm done changed, okay? You see Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
The Koch brothers pay for that, okay? You hear me? The Koch brothers gave $25 million to the United Negro College Fund, and that's why they're in trouble, because black folks is mad. I'm saying there was a time you could tell racists and haters, right? The rhythm done changed on both sides. For instance, the number 1 drugged out state in America is Vermont. Did you hear me?
Right, yeah, the heroin. You let me tell me, right.
Okay, 99.9% white. The number 1 killers from that heroin is white folks. More white folks die every year from that cheap heroin than all the automobile fatalities and homicides. Did you hear me?
Got you.
The whole thing. And that's the government, man. You know why?
Why?
They ain't worried about black folks, man. You ain't going to do nothing. We talk that bullshit, huh? We talking, nobody going to do nothing. These white children, man, they talk about rumbling. And they all, you see these police stories that come on late at night?
Yeah.
That's them white folks they're arrested and they fighting them, okay?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
See, they ain't seen nothing like this because they've been so busy dealing with black folks, huh? All right? Now, what I'm going to tell you now, you won't have to use your imagination on it. Like I said, if my mother was alive and she heard me, these shows I do all over, she'd call the police on me. No, hear me. My mother told me Santa Claus was a white boy and she was buying the toys, right? All right? They killed my Jesus, and these folks were so slick. They said, call it a good day. So we call it Good Friday, and I celebrate it. You hear what I'm saying? That ain't working no more, man.
Yeah.
That ain't working no more. Let me hear you say the first two words in the Lord's Prayer.
Our Father?
Okay, now hear me now. Huh? They challenging, how do you know it's a father? We ain't talking about the Catholic Church or the Baptist Church or the Muslim Church. Did somebody up there yell and say, I'm a man? You hear what I'm talking about? That's why the Pope had to get out here and get on the move. Huh? Had to get on the move, man. And he's playing a game, because listen to this, man. And those of you that's listening, you can Google it. This date, February the 2nd, I might have told you this on the show. February the 2nd, 2013, right? The Bank of Italy suspended all Vatican credit cards around the world. But they was trafficking in little boys, little girls, huh? And laundering drug money, huh? You hear me? The whole thing done changed, man. Did you see the last Abraham Lincoln movie?
What was it? Was it the one where with the vampires? That one?
No. The straight Abraham Lincoln movie.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Right.
Okay, when it starts out, he's talking about his nappy, kinky hair. Remember?
Yeah, you're right.
All of us that know Lincoln's daddy was a black man. Huh? You hear me? We know that. Now let's play a little game. Reach in your pocket. This is mythology now. Take out a quarter. You got it? Now sit in front of you. What's the president? George Washington?
Yeah.
And now take out a nickel and sit it underneath Washington. And what's the president? Thomas Jefferson? Now reach back in your quarter and take out a dime. What's the president? Roosevelt? Now reach in your pocket and take out a penny. Lincoln. Daddy was a black man. What color is a penny?
Bronze.
Okay. See where this thing is going? These are white folks, man.
Right.
Huh? See where this thing is going? So I'm saying when you stop and think about, man, where this is going. When you looked at the Pope here, you saw white supremacy at its best, man. Wasn't nothing there but old white men. Huh? You hear me?
Yeah.
Old white men. Now watch this here. Al Sharpton is probably the most powerful black person in America because of a TV show 5 days a week, right? Radio show 5 days a week, 3 hours a day, right? Where you going to get more power than that? Anytime a white cop kills a black, they run get Al, the most powerful black in the country. And Al, he holds press conference and talk fast and huh? When the Pope came here and went to Harlem, remember?
Yeah. He saw
a black school, the only black thing he did, right?
Right.
They didn't invite Al. Now, when will Al get tired of letting them use him like that? The mayor was there, huh? You hear me?
Yeah.
But Al Sharpton wasn't there. Jenkins, the ex-mayor, wasn't there, huh?
Mhm.
See how it works?
Mhm.
The most powerful religious person on the planet come to a black school in Harlem, and nobody called Al. Or did the Vatican say through their embassies, and we don't want him there? Well, he should ask.
Mhm.
He should ask.
Mhm.
And so I'm saying the rhythm have changed. Donald Trump, right?
Mhm.
It's the rhythm change. Now I'm asking this question pertaining to what you asked me about the March,
William and
right?
March, right?
Okay, now watch this. Donald Trump says negative things about everybody, right?
Mhm.
When he called that white woman ugly
Yeah, I heard it.
on the debate,
Mhm.
I said, look, Trump, you don't have to debate that. Just you and her have a baby. And between the two of y'all, you see the ugliest little white child in the history of the planet. You have to debate that, huh?
Right.
Now you got a guy, Democrat, Sanders.
Bernie Sanders.
Huh?
Bernie Sanders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's from Vermont. And there's nothing he can do to court the black vote because he got no black folks in his state.
Uh-huh.
He's never had to interact with them, huh?
Oh.
He ain't never ate chitlins, huh?
Right.
He's never ate nothing but pumpkin pie, not sweet potato pie. He don't know. And if you reach out and just get an ordinary black folks, he tricks like the rest of them.
Mhm.
I mean, do you know how horrified black folks should be, but they not? That when they came together and said the black folks will not use the word nigger no more, do you know there wasn't a black person sitting in the room when that decision was made? Did you know that?
You told me that before, yeah.
So what do you think would happen if you said nigger on the radio, but you go to the movie and they said anytime they want, as many times as they want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And nothing said. If you get off this show and a white boy walk up to you and call you a nigger and hit you, you know that's a federal case, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hate crime, right?
Right, hate crime, yeah.
If he get off, still a white boy walk up to you and said N-word and hit you, stayed with the local court, son. The rhythm changed for everybody but us. Everybody but us, man. It's the most outrageous thing you've ever seen in your life. And we don't feel it. We don't feel it.
Mm-hmm.
How many times when you say Black Lives Matter and these white folks said all life matter? Well, you never said that. That's like the Jews in Germany saying Jewish lives matter to Hitler. And then somebody else comes and say, well, German life matter, Russian life. Come on, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
When it come our turn, they can play it and get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Get away with it. Oh, they say, well, all you got to do is behave yourself, get you a good education, stay out of trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't you tell that to Obama? Any black person that's stupid enough to tell their children that, here you got a brilliant mind. The black man running the most powerful nation in the history of the planet. And they treat him like he's a third-grade redneck cracker dropout on death row, huh?
Mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When the Italians was running New York, huh? They didn't say I'm the mayor for everybody, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When the Irish run Chicago, they didn't say I'm the mayor for everybody. Well, let me tell you why. We the only race of people in the history of the planet that went through what we went through.
Mm-hmm.
and opt for education, not liberation. The song do not say, give me education or give me death. It said, give me liberty or give me death.
Right.
When George Washington was beating up on the British, they were not beating up on the British for the right to open up a college. It was liberty. We don't have that. We opt for education. Those of you listening, if you ever heard the word the mother tongue, that's when you and your mother's womb and you and her are talking. That's the mother tongue. And so if you go to a Chinese restaurant and order you a meal, they'll talk to you in English, but when they're waiting on the food to come to bring it to you, they're talking in Chinese, the mother tongue. Go to an Italian place. So we black folks were so busy trying to sound white, hoping we would get what we wanted. We don't know the mother tongue.
Wow, that's deep.
All right, is that scary? Now let's look at what they did to Bill Cosby. Now we don't know if Bill did it or not, but we know this. If you say my son robbed you 30 years ago and no 911 call went in, he's never been arrested, That didn't mean he didn't do it, but man, you coming to the wrong place to try to get an indictment, Now, all of those women, that don't mean it didn't happen, but somebody got to explain to me, how did y'all locate them 30 years later,
Right.
How did y'all locate them, And then Bill comes in there when they bring him before the judge for the deposition that's supposed to be sealed, right? And they ask Bill Cosby's white lawyers, give me a reason why I should open up that deposition. He said, because if you did, Bill's family would be embarrassed. And he looked at Bill and said, you need to get you some new lawyers. The judge said that from the bench. He didn't say nothing about the women. His family will be in, and the judge said, you need to get you some new lawyers. Now, out there in California, the deposition he took yesterday, the 15-year-old girl in the Playboy Club.
Right, that's the latest one, right.
Well, his lawyers got to be part of it, because before you get to Bill, what's a 15-year-old girl doing in the Playboy Club?
Yeah, you're right. That's the point. Yeah.
Okay, and the fact his lawyers didn't answer it means his partner, his lawyers is with the folks that's after him. Bill Cosby had the #1 television show for years, right?
Yeah.
He was Doctor Who. You know, remember his name?
Huxtable.
You ever known a black man named Huxtable?
No.
But unbeknown to Bill, that name don't scare white folks,
Right.
Okay? So people turn on your show and listen to what you're saying. And they don't worry about you. You need to be like the Huxtable family. You wouldn't be talking all that old crazy stuff. You wouldn't be asking nobody about no Muslim march, See how it works?
Yeah.
It's called giving white folks a liberation holiday.
Liberation holiday, I hear you.
So if you would behave yourself like Bill Cosby and worked hard and raised your family, you wouldn't have been out on the corner being shot by a cop, See how it works? Now, let me deviate and say Ben Carson, the doctor, that's running for president.
Right, I was going to ask you about him. Right.
Okay, no. You know what his claim to fame is, right?
He's a neurosurgeon.
No, everybody's a neurosurgeon, man.
Well, he separated the first pair of Siamese twins, I believe, right?
No. Head Siamese, by the head.
Okay, right, by the head,
Huh?
right.
All right? That's different, huh?
Mm-hmm.
If you never heard of Trump, you know what he do, because that's all they tell you. Businessman, how much he's worth, right?
Right.
Have you heard any of them rednecks tell you about the operation during this campaign?
No, not at all.
I mean, think about this, man. 99% of black folks ain't never heard of him. So where these numbers coming from?
I didn't think about that. You're right, because I read his book, Gifted Hands, when I was young, but none of the media doesn't talk
The
about
book,
that.
pull it again. He talk about he attacked his mama with a hammer. And he's stupid enough to put that in the book.
Mm.
And as vicious as the mob is, I doubt you find one attack their mama with a hammer. So who is this thug pimp punk?
Mm-hmm.
He was never in the room when that 87 team of Germans came to Johns Hopkins. Did you know that?
No. Please explain.
Well, the black man who they gonna separate, they had to have a black man in the room so people wouldn't accuse them of being racist and experimenting on them, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay? Now, let's look at this. Separated. First time in the history of planet Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two folks hooked at the head, right?
Mm-hmm.
How come he's never been nominated for a Nobel Prize? I didn't say get one. Huh?
But nominated, right.
Football, baseball season to be over, and they'll pick the number one pitcher, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be 4 or 5 pitchers that's nominated, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
He's never been nominated, man.
That's a good point.
Okay? And so what I'm saying is the whole game, huh? The whole game. And so when you stop and think about, to keep your eye on Sanders.
Bernie Sanders, okay.
Bernie, you know why?
Why?
And keep your eye on Trump. You know why?
Why?
Did you see what was the car company that just sued billions of dollars for faking those environmental tests? Volkswagen.
Oh, I think so. Right. I heard something about it. Right.
128 people died. Okay? They sued them $600 billion. None of them had to plead guilty or admit they done anything. But you know these white folks, man, everything I tell you, Rush Limbaugh, all these redneck right wing, they know it, but they scared. If they mention it, they'd be killed. Huh?
Mm.
Did you hear my son call me the other night? I wasn't here. And he left a message. Rush Limbaugh was talking about you. Said, if you want the truth, call Dick Gregory. You hear me?
Yeah.
They know it. Jones and all of them know it, man. They know Kennedy didn't die in Dallas. He was a vegetable. He died April of 71. You tell me I know that, and the New York Times don't know that? And these white folks, man, they so mad and scared that all at once, here comes Trump coming through. Talk. It ain't about him. It's about what they have to listen to and hear, and people get away with it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is about. It ain't about how many black folks is put in jail. It's how many white folks is in jail now. How many white folks is dying from drugs, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is about.
Mm.
And there probably won't be no election next year, okay? All right?
Wow. You had mentioned that to me before.
Okay, well, wait, before this political stuff, this is nothing but theater, man.
Yeah, it seems like that. With Donald Trump.
It seems like that because there won't be an election next year. Huh? When did they ever start having...
I don't mean to cut you off. Did you see the Democratic debate last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Theater. Theater. All American, all your pension money's gone. Did you know that?
I've heard that. I heard rumors. I didn't.
It was in the Chase J.P. Morgan Bank. Mm-hmm. Put there, from there to the Greek bank, a number 2 powerful man in J.P. Morgan, Jimmy Lee. You get off the show, punch him up where he dead. They killed him 3 weeks ago. Oh, it's okay for you to take the money, but if you mess up, the penalty is death. Did you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You watched the riots in Baltimore, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you heard the mayor and the black police say they won't give us no information, huh?
Right.
You mean you the police chief, punk, and she the mayor? And there's a group of white folks in there? Well, what kind of pictures have they got on y'all? Huh? All at once, he quit, and she's not going to run for another term. What did they show them in their face? You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Then you had the little girl, the prosecutor out of Boston that came in.
Right.
And they told you her whole family's police, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are they saying to the white folks? Her mama was a cop, daddy was a cop, his 2 brothers was a cop. What they didn't tell you, all them Negroes was busted for shaking down the black community in Boston, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a new world, man. And when you get off the phone, or some of you people who are listening, they can punch up now, Google, why is it 75 top bankers from J.P. Morgan have committed suicide, and everybody know it was murder? What was they fixing to tell?
Mm-hmm.
What was they fixing to tell? I went in to get a $100,000 check cash today. They had to give me 90% of it, man, in 20s. That's how tight the money is, okay? Social Security, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever ask yourself why? Why? Ask yourself why. Please tell me why you and me can have a company hiring illegal aliens, Mexicans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how come they put them in jail but don't put us in jail?
Yeah, good point.
Huh? You know why?
Why?
They take Social Security out on them, which they can never get because they're illegals. And if it wasn't for that $3 trillion they took out of them, your check wouldn't be worth a penny. Huh?
Wow.
Now, I know that, and Trump don't know that. This is theater, man, to keep your head. What do we have in
So real quick, Brother Greg, do you think the Oregon shooting, you think that was theater as well?
The what?
The Oregon shooting. Do you think that was theater as well?
No. Let's go back to the church shooting in South Carolina.
Right.
South Carolina, right?
Yeah.
9 people.
Charleston, South, yeah.
9 people. Did you know that church is where Juneteenth was invented?
Yeah. We had did a show on that. I remember you told me. Right.
Okay. Now, it's the 15th, 16th, and 17th of June. How did that little redneck white boy that they never finished grade school know that if I go in and shoot him on the 17th, that's the last day of the festivity? How do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that black folks have prayer meeting on Wednesday? Did you hear when they said the old woman told her 6-year-old grandchild, play dead?
I remember, yeah. I remember hearing
and
about
she's
that.
killed. So who told the world that, huh? Mm-hmm. You ever been in a black church, man?
Yeah.
Do you know if a stranger come in there and look like they're gonna get close to the minister, them niggas will beat him to death.
Yeah.
So how this redneck come there and sit in a circle. Now, when you mentioned Oregon, let's go back on this. Did you see any bodies?
No.
Did you see any ambulances?
No.
Did you see any hearses?
No.
Did you see any funerals other than the one funeral they had at the White College?
No.
Okay. All that's theater, man. Theater. Now let's go to before we go to Oregon, let's go to Connecticut. When the killing took place in the school. Okay? So when the cops come in there, they see teachers laying dead, right? And students laying dead, right? So they said, the shooter killed himself. How'd they know he was a shooter and not a teacher?
Right. Okay.
You hear me?
Yeah.
How'd they know that? Now, let's watch this here. His daddy was big financial punk with General Electric. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know.
So they say the boy went home and killed his mother, right? And then smashed the computer, right?
Yeah, right.
Because her job was made trick mind control games for the CIA. Okay? Now watch this here. His daddy was the financial genius at General Electric. Okay? Now let's go back out to Colorado. The killing in the church. His daddy owned the company that fixed your credit score.
Okay.
So now you see why the folks at McDonald's and poor black and white folks in the ghetto was able to get $500,000 houses, working part-time. Here the punk out there fix your credit score and then sends them to the boy's daddy in Connecticut who runs the credit team for GE.
Wow. Wow, that's something.
Now you see how it works?
Yeah.
That's how it works. And it's hitting quick, man. Quick.
Do you think it has something to do because Ben Carson has said that through a combination of removing guns and disseminating deceitful propaganda, the Nazis were able to carry out the evil intentions with little resistance?
Man. No, wait. If the black folks that was here for the 20-man anniversary, if they was here for that, and they talked about burning up and tearing up the government and tearing up the Supreme Court, right? They'd come take your guns from you. That's but nothing. You see, the reason I'm sick and tired of people comparing black folks to Jews, look at the Jews. No. Hitler didn't have the Jews as slaves, okay? The Jews been out of slavery for 5,000 years. We haven't been out 500. Go back 500 years after the Jews, I say they was acting just like us. They wasn't business people. Huh? The way you black folks think you can compare some people that still feeling the effects of slavery, huh? Do you know there ain't another man on the planet that calls his woman like we do you a strong sister? Did you know that?
Right.
But called his car beautiful? Because they had told me in my head that nobody can be beautiful but a white woman. But I look at my woman, I see something so powerful, but I can't say beautiful, so I say you strong. Strong. Did you learn your ABCs when you was a child?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Do you still remember them?
Yeah.
Well, how long do you think it would take for you to wash it out your brain?
been programmed in so thoroughly, it'll be hard, man.
But even if it wasn't, you don't have the background to know about the brain. Huh? Those folks that did that, man, was high up on the pecking order in science. Do you realize this country has some gas? They can go to a Notre Dame football game, $100 and spray it, and everybody there become homosexuals. Okay?
Wow. Now I've heard that before. It's interesting to hear you say that. Wow.
Okay. And they can do another game and spray it, and you become cannibals. I'm not talking about black folks. Anybody they spray it on, huh? Let me tell you who you're dealing with, man. Did you see in July, I think it was the 14th, August, maybe it was something, where that spacecraft rendezvous and took them pictures of Pluto?
Yeah.
Do you know that thing, they fired it off 9 years ago? To arrive there 9 years later at 12:02, and it did. You know what kind of technology that is? And somebody gonna have a rally and talk about what you gonna do? Did you hear that little planet they found so low they call it our cousin?
Yeah.
Said got water, huh?
Right.
Now, sometime tonight, we'll get through. Google up, there's 1.5 million black men that's missing. That don't mean they're in jail. That don't mean they left their wife. They are missing, huh? You hear me? Are they there on that planet? Did you know that they've been building cities in outer space since 1963?
I've heard rumors.
Okay. So that's what it's about. So to get back to the movement, the first movement, this is what he was able to do, man. He took October the 16th, a weekday, not a weekend.
A weekday.
A weekday. When the summer heat's gone, and you don't know how cold it's going to be, and he brought in 1.9 million black men. It was only 2 crimes that day in the whole city. A crazy white boy called in a bomb threat, and he was so dumb they kept him on the phone so they could go out there to 14 and arrest him. That's how stupid he was. The other guy was an Asian selling hot dogs without a license. That's nothing else. Not just black in the whole town. Okay. And then a lot of black folks went back and did things. Now, this might happen now, but a lot of black folks will go back and inspired. Huh? So this is what this is about, man. But young children, you know, the masses don't want you talking to them. Why? You're talking about young folk. I'm not talking about you. Young folk walking down the street with their pants below their butt, right? On these drugs. Well, let me tell you something, man. More old black folks die every day because they hooked to salt and sugar. Then OD from hard drugs in a year. See, you listen to fools that just talking crap and don't know what they're talking about. You're better off not listening to them.
Right.
You hear me?
Yeah.
You better off not listening to them. All these old ignorant black folks let their boys go to war. Huh? Can you imagine Jews letting their sons go to war for Nazi Germany? Huh? Go to war. While they're over there fighting Supreme Court. See, we can't blame it on redneck, nigger-hating, crackers, Klansmen. No. That was 9 of the most powerful men in the world, Supreme Court. While you over there getting your brains blown out, they take your voting rights away.
Right. Wow.
Okay? Did you know when what's his name, Obama won the presidency the first time? Did you know they had riots at Ole Miss University? Had to put the soldiers in, killed some white folks. Press didn't even talk about it. Did you know when you elected the second time, them same rednecks had riots again, and black folks didn't pull their black athlete children out of that nasty school? That says something about us, okay? But you want to get those Confederate flags down. There's 12 states that have them. Now, there's a unique thing that goes on. In the South, they have no multi-billion-dollar sports thing. They don't have football teams, basketball teams, big billion-dollar. So their trillion-dollar money comes from college sports.
Sports, right.
And that's us. And we're so ignorant and ungodly and unspiritual, we won't even say, if them flags is not down, that open racism don't stop. We're calling for a boycott of our black athletes coming there to them schools. That would have stopped that night. That night, but we're not liberated. Huh? We're not liberated.
What do you think about Farrakhan saying we need to boycott Christmas? He had mentioned that during the
You cannot say we're going to boycott Christmas 2 months before Christmas. Huh? Okay? The Christmas stuff they be selling, you think they just started making it now, or they made it 2 years ago?
Okay.
Huh? You hear me?
Yeah.
He has deep respect. That should have started with Ferguson. 82% of all retail in America happened between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Huh? Okay?
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. Huh? Boycott Christmas. Oh, well, what about the black folks? What about them? They'll be, let them be, huh? Because what they selling to you come from white folks. Black folks don't make no milk, no butter. But that's what happens when you're not liberated. They was able, Elijah Muhammad, Marcus Garvey, nobody talks about the greatness of them, what they were able to, before we had communications like we have now.
Yeah.
It's too late. We'll be honest, if your wife is 9 months pregnant, the water bag break, it's over. See, when you first get pregnant, for 9 months, gestation is a gradual naturistic change that leads into revolution, which is quick change. When that woman's 9 months in the water bag, you take all the military with all their nuclear stuff and open up her legs and see if you can keep that baby on her. Revolution is mean, right?
What do you think about in the news? They keep mentioning what's going on in Syria with Vladimir Putin and Obama. What do you think could happen as a result of what's going on right now?
Them white boys got with Obama and showed him what the map was, what we gonna do. Come on, man. They was just dating the day before, hugging, drinking vodka.
Right, at the end.
It's a game.
All a game.
All a game.
Mm.
Let's take Tiger Woods.
Mhm.
He need to win 4 more to tie Jack Nicklaus.
Right.
5 to be the all-time great.
Mhm.
White supremacy came in and busted him.
Mm.
And they said to him, now here's what we like to go over with you. Say, you good boy. But you know the little girl you took to Sweden to see you play? She's 17 and a half. There's a law. A law called the Mann Act. So you're looking at 20 years because the bus is coming down tomorrow.
Wow.
Or can we make a deal? We'll just leave that open. You go back out there and play, but while the whole world's watching, you draw back and something happens to your back. Last year, this time, he was number 1. Now he's 270. Talk about retiring. Nicholas is intact. That's what this is about, man. When Bill Cosby and them was talking about buying NBC, his son was killed. That's what this is about. It got nothing to do with no women.
That's what it's about, huh?
That's what it's about.
So do you think they did the same thing with Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather? Because he retired. He's 49-0. He's tied with Rocky Marciano, but he won't continue boxing to have the greatest record.
That's probably what. See, what you don't know about Rocky Marciano, when he was coming up, he fought his brother twice with different wigs on. His brother.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
That's what happened. You remember when the black fighter said Marciano couldn't hold his jockstrap?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what he was talking about.
Oh, okay. Wow. And he dropping some info on me today, brother.
That's what he was talking about.
Okay. That's what it was. Now, something I noticed I get emails also about that they want me to ask is that people feel as though on television there seems to be a overwhelming amount of homosexuality on television. Do you think there's some type of agenda?
No, public. They've always been there. Preachers, married men, married women, they've always been there. George Washington with them tight satin pants and semi-high heel shoes, that makeup, them wigs on, that don't tell you something?
You're right, yeah.
Abraham Lincoln was gay. Lover was a black man he brought with him from Springfield. Now, the gay wing of the Republican Party, are you aware they're called log cabin Republicans?
No.
Well, you ought to look this up. The gay wing of the is called log. What was the only president you ever read about lived in a log cabin? You there?
Yeah, I don't recall.
Abraham Lincoln. He's the only president you ever read about lived in a log cabin. That's what I'm saying. See how it works? See how it works?
Log cabin Republicans. I got to look that up. Log cabin Republicans.
The gay wing of the Republican Party is called log cabin Republicans. You don't have your computer right next to you, do you?
No, not right in front of me now. No.
Okay, well, I'll tell you to look it up in your audience. You ever heard of the Hitler's SS troops?
Yeah.
You ever heard of his SA troops?
I believe so, yeah.
No, you can't believe so. You either heard of them or you didn't.
I might have. I'm not. Let me just say no to be on the safe side.
Okay, that's that elite group of homosexuals that put him in power. When he got in power, he killed them all. Don't think this is something new. The Brown Search in Germany is the same thing as the Bloods and Crips in America. So it's been there.
Been there.
Yep, been there.
Got it. Well, I got one more question for you to wrap up the hour, Brother Dick Gregory. When I called you yesterday, I called to wish you a happy birthday, and your wife says, Dick Gregory, he likes to meditate on his birthday. So I want you
for 60 years, my children have never been around me on my birthday. My wife, I rent a hotel, lock the doors, turn the phone off, TV off, and for a week I just fast and pray and meditate. That's all.
That's awesome. Now, I seen a old video with you speaking. I don't know how old it was, but you were talking about communicating with your 65 trillion cells. I forgot exactly
75 trillion.
Right. Could you explain to the people what you meant by that, and also tie that in why it's important to meditate, so we can close out on a spiritual note?
No. Wait. Your 75 trillion cells ain't got nothing to do with meditating. You was born with that. It's when you drink whiskey and alcohol and run into God. Not supposed to run. Sports is a violation. The billionaire white folks who have the training for their children, the best coaches, how come you think they don't let their children participate in that crap, man? I'm surprised at New York City. Do you New York? Did you go to high school in New York?
Yeah.
Did you go to public school?
No, I went to Catholic school.
Okay. Because the public schools in New York State don't have football. That's what I'm saying.
Wow, you're right about that.
New York State schools don't have football. Cornell and all of those are private schools, huh? That was funny. I'll tell you about how things been changed. Old black folks used to say, I'm sending this boy to Catholic school, them nuns will make them behave. Oh, the nuns will get hurt messing with these young y'all. Oh, please, are you crazy? And so, what was the two questions you asked? You said,
right. Could you explain the importance of meditating?
Oh, no. The meditation is the universal law. That's where you quiet your brain. Let me tell you, what you need to do is have somebody pull up the research they did at Harvard and Yale and found out when you went to school, say, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Remember that?
Yeah.
They found out that your blood pressure chills, man.
Yeah.
That your heart cools out, yeah. See, that's the sound. That's the rhythm. And so consequently, that's why they keep it from you, make you think you have to be stupid or you have to be in college. You can't even close your eyes and fantasize some poor welfare mother meditating.
And the last one was when you mentioned communicating with your 75 trillion cells. What do you mean by that?
Those are your cells. If you had $75 trillion in the bank, that's your money, right?
Right.
Don't you check it out every now and
then? Yeah.
Now watch this here. So if you wrote a check for $1 billion and carried it to the bank, and they cashed it, right? That means they cashed it because that's your money in there, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So why would you say thanks to the teller?
You're right.
Ever thought about that?
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I just was thinking about it. You're right.
So if you look at the Christian Bible, the New Testament, God never said thanks. The Old Testament, the real God never said thanks. He said, humble yourself. Humble yourself. You go to the bank and they cash it, bless you, sister, bless your brother. That's all they got to do, man. Thanks. And so I'm saying, if you could get off this planet, right? and go outside and look down, you know what you see?
What?
You see something like the universe, because that's who we are. We are the universe. The universe. The universe. And there's a new group of children being born now. Did I ever tell you about that? The indigo children.
The indigos, right. We talk,
IQs 200. When we talk out there in Silicon Valley, them white folks go out there broke. In 2 years to be multi-millionaires. Those indigo children. Or they ain't just white, they black and everything.
Yeah, amazing. Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show again, Brother Dick Gregory.
Thank you, my brother.
I know the people are going to love this one. And anything you want to close out? Anything you got coming up you want to tell the people about?
No, just keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. And just watch.
Indeed.
And in the morning, if you start praying and meditating before sunrise, you see things change. When the sun comes out, prayer stops.
Interesting. Once again, y'all, this Underground Railroad Radio, Brother Rich, and we are signing out with the one and only Dick Gregory, and we will see you next time.
Thank you for the Underground. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Bye-bye.